पाठ्य योग कलया हृदयाब्ज कोशम धन्यैश्चिरादपि यथारुचि गृह्यमाणः यः प्रस्फुरत्य विरतं परिपूर्णरूपः श्रेयस्समे दिशतु शाश्वतिकं मुकुन्दः अमरीकबरीभार भ्रमरी मुखरीकृतं दूरीकरोतु दुरितं गौरी चरणपङ्कजं परस्पर तपःसम्पत्फलायित परस्परौ प्रपञ्च मातापितरौ प्राञ्चौ जायापति स्तुमः. We finished with Vyatireka Alankara. Now we have to start with Sahokti Alankara. Sahokti Alankara. Sahoktihi Sahabhavaschet Bhasate Janaranjanaha. Digantam Agamat Tasya Kirtihi Pratyarthibihi Sah Digantam. Yeah. So Sahoktihi Sahabhavaschet Janaranjanaha. So this is a very important point here where you are talking about Sahoktihi, the things that are, two things are happening together. And you are including it with the Saha, with the word Saha, which means along with. This at the same time, this also happens. So Sahoktihi Sahabhavaha, an existence of two things at the same time. But it should also be Janaranjanaha, which means Sahridaya Hridaya Ahladakatvam Tatra Bhavitavyam iti. Janaranjanaha, it should attract the people in the expression. So there should be a chamatkara in the manner of expression. Digantam Agamat Tasya Kirtihi Pratyarthibihi Saha. Tasya Kasyachana Rajnyaha. So the fame of a king has gone to the ends of the dik. Digantam. Dik is, it has spread to all the directions, or to the end of the dikkanuடைய எல்லை வரையில் போயிடுது அப்படிங்கிறோம். எல்லை to the ends of the directions. Right? So, digantam agamatu tasya kirtihi, along with the pratyarthibihi saha. Pratyarthi here is shatrubihi saha. He was ruling, and he was also, let's say there is a war, and in that war all of his enemies were defeated. When they were defeated, they ran in all directions to the ends of the world. They did not want to be anywhere near the king because, for fear of his valor, they ran to the corners of the earth. So, pratyarthibihi saha, along with the enemies, this king's kirti or fame also went to the ends of the earth, which means it spread everywhere. When these kings run away to other states, they will probably say, where are you coming from? We were defeated by this person and we ran. Or in some way or the other, in an expression, you're saying usually it is the defeat which happens first, and then the kirti slowly starts spreading. It cannot happen at the same time. But the expression is such that he is using Tritiya Vibhakti and saying Pratyarthibihi Saha. That is the point to note between Akramatishayokti and Sahokti. Now, Akramatishayokti is the fifth variety of there is Sambandhatishayokti. First one is Rupakatishayokti, then Sapannavaatishayokti 2. 3 is Bhetagaatishayokti, 4, 5 Sambandha Asambandha, 6 Hetukaryayoho Sahatve Akramatishayoktihi Syat Alinganti Samam Deva Jyam Sharamscha Paraschate. So two actions are happening at the same time, very similar to this, where the hetu and the karyam. Here it is not necessary that it has to be hetu karyam. In Akramatishayokti, the hetu and karyam happen at the same time. Here it is just a saha bhavaha. Two things are happening at the same time. It need not be a hetu and karyam. Cause and effect need not be there. Okay. So digantam agamattasya kirtihi pratyarthibihi saha. Janaranjanaha Udayudan apatatastan driptan prekshya raghavaha nidadhe vijayashamsam chape sitam cha lakshmane. So this is
this is also Sahokti only.
Yes, this is Sahokti. He placing Sita with Lakshmana for Lakshmana to take care of her. It is in Raghuvamsha. Yeah? And Vijaya Ashamsa, the hope of victory on his bow. He places the hope of victory on his bow, places Sita with the Lakshmana. These two are not Hetu Karyam. So there is no Akramatishyukti here. So it is just a Sahabhava, and that Sahabhava is expressed with Cha. In this case, you express it with Saha. Any word that can express that togetherness is enough.
So here Raghavaha, Driptan meaning enemies?
The Darpayuktan, Garvitan.
Arrogant.
Apatataha.
Apatataha tan, udayudhan. Those who have taken their weapons up and who are running towards him in an arrogant manner. Seeing them.
So this is the Kara Bhushana thing. Okay.
On the story level.
Okay. Yeah.
Section. जनरञ्जनः चमत्कारकारी सहभावः साहित्यं भासते प्रकाशते चेत् सहोक्तिर्नाम अलङ्कारः जनरञ्जनः चमत्कारकारी रञ्जयति इत्युक्ते it attracts मनोहरः भवति इति. So chamatkarakari, that which creates one chamatkara or a beauty which attracts the people towards that expression. Sahabhavaha, sahityam. Two things are described together. Bhasate prakashate chete. If that is the case, then it is called Sahoktir alankara. Seriya? Sahridaya hridaya ahladi sahitya varnanam sahoktihi iti nishkarshaha. In other words, you can express this as Sahitya Varnanam, a description of togetherness in such a manner that it is ahladi, it brings pleasure to the minds of a connoisseur, of a rasika. Tasya rajnyaha kirtihi pratyartibhihi saha, shatrubhihi saha, digantam agamat. The king's kirti, fame, went to the ends of the earth, ends of the directions, along with his shatru. Kirtehe shatrunam cha digantagamane sahityam, going to the ends of the earth or going to the ends of the direction of both the kirti, fame, and the enemies is described. That togetherness or both happening at the same time is described in a very beautiful manner. Chamatkaritaya varnitam iti sahokti lakshana samanvayaha. Rajnyaha pratapam asahamanaha shatravaha. Now you have to explain why the Shatrus have gone to the ends of the directions, right? So, Rajnyaha Pratapam Asahamanaha, those enemies who could not tolerate the Pratapam, the valor of the king, Yada Dikshu Palayitaha, when they run to all sorts of directions, in different directions, Tadaeva, at that time, Rajnyaha Kirtirapi Tasu Vyapta iti, the king's fame has also spread or it has enveloped all the directions. Iti Sahridaya Hridaya Ahladakari Sahabhavaha Varnitaha. Actually, the Aparam Udaharanam in this is very beautiful. Chaya Samshrayate Talam Vitapinam Shiranteva Pantaissamam Moolam Yati Saro Jalasya Jadata Glaneva Meenaissaha Achamattyahimamshu didhitihi didhitira apaha tapta iva lokai samam nidra garbhagriham saha pravishati klanteva kanta janaihi. This is a description of Madhyana Vela. The afternoon time is so, it's just heated up, right? So, and people are fatigued, and how the description is, when you describe nature, it actually brings out the observation power of the poet here. Chaya samshrayate vitapinam talam. Vitapinam talam chaya samshrayate. The shadow comes and shadow kudal and the nedalungrolli adane. So the shade takes refuge at the foot of the trees. So usually it is either elongated on this side or elongated on that side, whereas sakshat madhyana velayam tu tatra sakshat vrikshasya adhaha eva patati chaya. It is neither elongated nor on this side, left side or right side, whatever. It is not short or long, but it is just right within that itself, because it is on top in the middle of the sky. So chaya vitapinam talam samshrayate. The shade comes and takes refuge, samshrayate, at the foot, talam, at the foot of the vitapi. Vitapi is vitapaha asya asti iti vitapi, branches, that which has branches, so trees. So tarunam adhastale chaya samshrayate sharanam gata. Just as Sharanta Iva, as if it is also become very tired, like the travelers, along with the travelers. So Panthaihi Sahamam, usually it is the travelers who get very tired, and during the midday they want to take rest at the foot of a tree. In the same manner here also, the shade has taken rest, Sharanta Iva, as if it is completely tired and fatigued. So it has taken refuge under the foot of the tree, along with the panthaihi, along with the travelers. Moolam yati sarojalam. Doubt irka?
Na, utpreksha garbhita sahokti va?
Yes. Sharanta ivangra edathula it is utpreksha. Everywhere. Glana iva, tapta iva, klanta iva. அந்த இடத்துல எல்லாமே it's utpreksha. Moolam
coral branches that is also having branches. Is that also kind of a vitapi?
அப்படி மென்ஷன் பண்றது இல்ல. பவழ கொடியும்போ, பவழ மரம்னு சொல்றது இல்ல. It is a creeper rather than a tree.
Okay.
Moolam yati sarojalasya jadata glaneva meenai saha. Jadata here is coolness, sheetalata. Now when you take a lake, the top portion of the lake starts becoming hotter and hotter as the heat descends from the sun, and so the coolness, jadata, sheetalata, goes down to the bottom of the lake. சில சமயம் வந்து மத்தியான வேளையில if you have gone into a lake or a river, you will know this. நல்ல உச்சி வெயில் இருக்கும். அப்போ if you touch it on the tip, it will be hot, the water will be boiling hot, but you should just force yourself to get inside, and as you place the leg in the bottom portion will be cool. அப்படியே நமக்கு we will want to get inside, உள்ள முழுகணும் போல இருக்கும். ஆனா மேல கொஞ்சம் அப்படியே ஹாட்டா இருக்கும். இந்த தலக்காவேரி எல்லாம் ஓடுறச்சு when it is really hot in Karnataka, பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். அடியில மாத்திரம் it will be very cool. The rocks will make it even cooler because the rocks take a longer time to heat up, so it remains cool underneath on the river bed. Appo saro jalasya jadata, the jalam, waters of the saraha lake. So the water of the lake, the coolness slowly descends into the moolam yati. It goes to the lower portion or the root portion of the water. Root and salamando, the kira aditalam, adukku poradhu adasthalam gachati ityeva atra. Katham glana iva, as if it is completely faded and it wants to take refuge in a cool place. This coolness itself goes down along with the fishes. So the fish also feel very hot on top. Only during the evening time or the morning time they are up மேல வந்து இருக்கும். இல்லன்னா கீழே மாத்திரம் தான் இருக்கும், அது சுத்தின் இருக்கும். Because it is more cooler down. So மீனை சஹா ஜடதா அபி சரோஜலஸ்ய மூலம் யாதி. ஆச்சாமதி ஹிமாம்சு தீதிதிஹி अपहा तप्ता इव लोकैः समम्. लोकाः तु मध्याह्न वेलायां तत्र माध्याह्निकं कुर्वन्ति, जलम् आचमनं जलस्य आचमनं कुर्वन्ति, right? So अपहा आचामति lokaihi samam, who is also taking in water at that time. The sun's heat is so much that it seems as if he is just drinking water from the people. Along with the people, he is also taking in more water at that time. Ahimamshu diditihi kiranaha, suryasya tu kiranaha hima amshu nasti ahimamshu. Himamshu iti chandrasya nama, suryasya anyat nama tu ahimamshu. So he's got hot rays. So the hot rayed one, sun, lokaihi samam, along with the people, apaha tapta iva, as if he is also boiling hot. He is also fried here totally. We are either we can take it as madhyanika velayam tatra anusthana kriya iti, because achamanam it's kind of a technical term that is being given here, right? So you can take it as people as if they are taptaha iva achamanam kurvanti, or in general, during the afternoon time when people are really dehydrated, they start drinking more and more water. So tapta iva, actually here didhitihi is only the kiranam. So suryasya diditihi, the light of the surya, or the kiranam, the ray of the surya. That is why he takes it as Strilinga padam. So the ahimamshoho diditihi tapta iva, as if it is being burnt or it is burning, lokaihi samam, along with the people, apaha achamati, apaha is in dvitiya bahuvachanam, apaha adbyaha apam apsu, it is a nitya bahuvachanam. So apaha achamati. அடுத்தது நித்ரா கர்ப்பகிருஹம் சஹ பிரவிஷதி கிளாந்தேவ காந்தாஜனைஹி. Kantajanaihi, the women folk are all very tired during the afternoon, so they all go into the garbhagraham, they go into the inner portions of the house where it is more cool and it has been darkened, and nidra, sleep, enters into the garbhagraham. That is, sleep has taken over people who are all inside the inner apartments or inner rooms of the house. Klanta iva, as if she is also tired and wants to sleep. Klanta iva garbhagraham pravishati, along with the kantajanaihi, along with the women who are unable to stand outside, because it's very easy for them to feel the fatigue more, right? So they're being very tired. Along with the kantajana, with the women folk, nidra, sleep, also enters into the inner rooms of the house. Garbhagraham saha pravishati.
It's super beautiful, Mohdi. It's amazing. So beautiful. Especially the imagination of the poet saying that shadow is tired along with the travelers, and then he's saying that the water itself, which is it's a natural process that the water on the top is hot and the water on the bottom is cold. But his imagination is that
it is very tired.
Water itself is so tired that it seeks coolness at the bottom of itself. And then the fact is that the ray is the cause of this all. The rays of the sun is causing all of this. But the ray itself is tired of its
drinking water.
It can't bear itself. And so it's drinking water. And then the women folk go into the darker and the cooler portions of the home to sleep. But sleep itself is tired. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
எங்கிருந்து இந்த மாதிரி மேஜிக் வருதோ தெரியல.
இதெல்லாம் வந்து the stray verses that he has taken இல்ல he himself has written தெரியல நமக்கு.
It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
Yeah. It's beautiful because in the afternoon, if you take a nap, you don't have to feel guilty also, because nidra is entering.
Entering completely also. The afternoon siesta is a very common thing in many countries. It's actually, they don't open shops. You go to Pune.
Yeah, that is fine. But in our shastra, my grandmother and all says sleeping in daytime is not allowed.
Divaswapnahamba. It's not correct. But it's in places like,
Europe and all, yeah.
Europe, you go to Maharashtra, the first thing, not even in Bombay is a busy city. You go to places like Pune, Kolhapur and all, compulsory, they will close shop at around 12:31, and then they will open again only 4:35, meduva after tea and all, they will open the shop. Every shop is closed there. Afternoon, adu Kolhapur and all, Nashik and all, it's really hot.
Yeah, which customer is going to come on the veil? But what I noticed was, like, when you made the distinction between the Atishayokti, where you have the Karyakarana happening together, here it's more like two effects. There it was the cause and effect. here two effects are happening.
Correct.
Yeah, it's nice.
இல்லைன்னா கன்ஃபியூஷன் வந்துரும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து டு டிஸ்டிங்விஷ் தான் நமக்கு வந்து பார்த்தாக்கணும், இல்லைன்னா
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I hope I remember all your statements, but I think I don't think you're making notes of these, right? I don't think I'm noting down your tips, right? So I have to sit down and remember it. But yeah, amazing tips. Thank you.
अत्र मध्याह्न वर्णने छाया पान्थैः सह तरुतलं संश्रयते is just paraphrasing the entire shloka here. So during in the description of madhyana vela, in the afternoon, छाया पान्थैः सह तरुतलं संश्रयते, जडता शीतलता मीनैः सह जल अधोभागं गच्छति, the coolness goes to the bottom portion of the waters. सूर्य दीधितिः लोकैः सह जलं पिबति, the rays of the sun also drink water with the world. Nidra kantajanaihi saha abhyantara griham gacchati, moves to the cooler parts of the house. Janaranjana sahabhava varnanat iti janaranjana, by describing it in a very beautiful manner, there is Sahokti here. Anena sardham vihara amburashehe tireshu tali dala marmareshu ityadau sahabhavasya achamatkaritvatu na sahoktihi. There is no chamatkaram in certain places. Adukku solra ramena saha lakshmanaha gacchati vanam gacchati ingrathula there is no chamatkaram. You can't take it as sahoktir alankara. So anena sardham vihara amburashehe tireshu तालीदल मर्मरेषु, तालीदल मर्मरेषु अम्बुराशेहे तीरेषु, in the तीरमना banks, in the banks of the ocean, अम्बुराशेहे तीरेषु, or banks of the ocean or banks of the river, अम्बुराशि इत्येव उक्तम. So it can be a banks of the lake also, where there are a lot of tali patram, palm leaves. Palm leaves are all there, and it is making a sound marmara, marmareshu. This is an onomatopoeic word, so it gives the sounds of maram. As you walk on dried leaves, it gives the sound of marmara. So marmareshu, which is sounding like this because of the palm leaves. Tadrisha tireshu anena sardham vihara, you play with this person, you spend your time or entertain him in this manner. This is just a plain sentence or an instruction which you are telling someone, go and play with this person in this place, that's all. So there is no chamatkara in this sentence. So ityadau sahabhavasya, even though there is a sahabhava, still the achamatkaritvat, because there is no chamatkara, there is no sahokti alankara. So when we try to look for sahokti alankara in other places, we have to look for some kind of a beauty in that expression. Adu vandu is not formulaic. It takes some practice to understand whether there is that beauty or not. Yeah? Next
the
one is
English murmur also is from like this.
Ama. Ama, murmur, sound of murmur, and the heart, murmuring of the heart ngrolya, and the murmuran or sattam varum. The heart murmur is also that. It's an onomatopoeic. Vinokti alankaraha, adya vinoktihi. So there are two types of vinokti here. Vina, without something, if that object is heenam, or whether that object becomes more beautiful. So this way we have two types of vinokti. Vinoktihi ched vina kinchit prastutam heenam uchyate. Prastutam, our context, heenam uchyate. It is said to be a little lesser in value if this something else is not present. Vina kinchit vina, without something, if the prastutam, the object of description, contextual description, becomes a little less in beauty, then it is called the first type of vinokti. Vidya hridya api savadya vina vinaya sampadam. Vidya dadati vinayam vinayadyati patratam patratvad dhanamapnoti dhanadharmam tatas sukham. This is a subhashitam. This is a very statement of fact. Okay, Vidya gives rise to vinaya. a kind of discipline. Vinayadhyati patratam. When you have that kind of discipline, you have worthiness in you. Patratvat dhanamapnoti. When you have that worthiness in you, you will automatically receive wealth. Dhana dharmam tatas sukham. See, the process is very clear. You do dharma with that money, then you will attain eternal sukham. This is the process. This is just a statement of fact. If you give this statement of fact to a poet, he changes it a little bit and gives an alankara to it. Vidya hridya api. Even though it is very hridya, it covers the mind, it attracts. Hridaye sadhu, hrid sadhu. So hridya, even though it is attractive, sa avadya, if it has a lot of doshas, then vinaya sampadam vina savadya eva. Vidya hridya api vinaya sampadam vina savadya bhavati. It becomes dosha yukta. Avadyam is dosha yuktam, something that has to be avoided. So sa avadya, that is, it becomes something that needs to be avoided. If a person has vidya in him, but he does not have vinaya sampadam vina, he does not have the wealth of discipline in him, then there is no point in that education at all. So it is a dosha yukta vidya bhavati. Ideda innuru vidama, you read it in Niti Chandrika. Durjanaf parihartavyo vidyaya alankrato pisan manina bhushitas sarpaha kimaso na bhayankaraha. Ade idea, but see, the expression changes the alankara here. Kinchid vina prastutam varnyam vastuhinam nikrishtam uchyate. So kinchid vina, without something, varnyam, if vastuhinam nikrishtam, if it becomes hinam, if it becomes, sorry, varnyam vastu, patela eppadi adha maathirukkarvaanga. இங்க வர்ணியம் வஸ்து, இதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு கமா போட்டுக்கோங்க. Then ஹீனம் is equal to நிகிருஷ்டம் உச்சியதே சேத் வினோக்திஹி அலங்காரஹ. பிரஸ்துதம் is the vastu that we want to describe. Varnyam vastu. Kinchid vina, without something, if it is described as becoming heenam, becoming a little less in its value, nikrishtam, then it is called vinoktir alankara. Vidya hridya api manohara api vinaya sampadam vina avadya dushta. It is treated as something which is evil. Iti udaharanam atra. So you have to immediately connect the lakshya with the lakshana. That is called lakshana samanvayaha. Kinchit vina. Kinchit vina, you take it as vinaya samriddhim vina. Without the wealth of discipline. Prastutasya, prastutam varnyam heenam uchyate. Prastutasya heenatva uktihi. So prastutasya vidyayaha heenatva uktihi or hridya vidyayaha. You can take it as hridya vidya. Also, iti lakshana samanvayaha. There is a heenatvam associated with the vidya because it is devoid of vinayam. So vinoktihi dvividha. Tatra iyam adya vinoktihi. So this is the first type of vinokti wherein you are saying that the varnya vastu, contextual vastu becomes a little heenam, defective because of the absence of something. Now the next one actually is the object becomes a little more beautiful or embellished when there is an absence of something. Oh, sorry. Adukulla अपरम उदाहरणं पाकल. यश्च रामं न पश्येत्तु यंच रामो न पश्यति निंदितस् भवेल् लोके स्वात्मापि एनं विगर्हति. Yaha Ramam na pashyet. One who does not get the opportunity to see Rama. There were so many people during Ramavatara. All of them did not get the opportunity to see Rama or Krishna for that matter. Oru idu Mannargudi story eppadina Gopilar Gopralayan, there are two rishis who knew that Krishna had taken avatara and they wanted to go and visit him. They were in the south. They started their journey to go to Dwaraka to see him. But then midway in Mannargudi, that's the, Sthala Puranam that they say. Midway, they heard that Krishna had gone back to Vaikuntha. his in Prabhasa Kshetra. So they were so upset that they sat there and did tapas to Krishna and wanted, and Krishna appeared in front of them and asked, Vishnu appeared. He said, I want to see all of the Bala Leela, Leranda Aramichu, all of the Leelas I want to see, Abdingra, both of those rishis. So in Mannargudi, apparently, Vishnu again took an avatar of Krishna. So he's called Santana Gopala Krishna there. And he showed all of those Leela. As a movie theater, he showed everything in that Mannargudi Kshetra. And அங்க வந்து ஒரு குளம் இருக்கு, ஹரித்ரா நதின்னு இருக்கு. அங்கதான் வந்து it's supposed to be Gopika Jalakrida happened in that. So that's why Mannargudi, there's so many utsavas that happen through the year in that temple, Rajagopala Swami temple. And the bhagyam venungaradu, no? So yascha ramam na pashyet, one who does not see Rama, yamcha ramaha na pashyati. If Rama does not see them, there were so many people in the forest. Rama traveled to the forest to give darshan to all of them. So Ramaha yam na pashyati, saha ninditaha bhavet loke. He becomes a person who has to be garhitaha. He is looked down upon in this world. Swatma api enam vigarhate. He himself looks at himself with disgust. At a later point, when he realizes such a thing, no, when a realization happens, we some say, நம்ம அது வரைக்கும் போனோம் ஆனா பார்க்கல அப்படிம்போம் இல்லையா. We went almost to that dwaram and then something happened, we just turned back and we didn't see. You regret so many things, right? You actually you look upon yourself with disgust here. Swatma api enam, even his own atma looks at him as a jiva in the sharira, and it looks at him and with the garha, with a disgust. Atra Rama darshanam apraptavataha. Now we have to look at the alankara, lakshana samanvaya. Rama darshanam apraptavataha heenatvam. One who has not gotten Rama's darshanam is he is actually a little defective because of that. Vina shabda prayogam vinaiva darshitam. There is no vina shabda in this shloka at all. Without that, he is using nanya to show that he did not have Rama darshanam, nor did Rama see him. Iti purva udaharanat bhedaha. Rama darshanena vina purushaha ninditaha bhavati. So in the first section, Rama becomes the karma. So he becomes the karta. As a karta, he has not seen Rama, or Rama is the karta and he has not fallen within the range of perception of Rama. That has also not happened. So he becomes a ninditaha purushaha. Yeah. The next type of vinokti, tachet kinchid vina ramyam vinoktihi sapi kathyate. If something is ramyam, there is a beauty added to it without something, then it is called vina. That is also another kind of vinokti. Vina khalair vibhatyesha rajendra bhavatas sabha. Hey Rajendra, rajanam indraha nripaha indravat adhipatye yaha vartate tam rajanam uddishya kavihi kaschana kathayati bhavataha sabha esha, your assembly, this assembly of yours, vibhati, it is shining, khalaihi vina, without any bad people, dushtaihi vina sabha shobhate. Tat shabdena atra prastutam paramrishyate, tat prastutam kinchid vina ramyam sundaram chet. Okay. Tat chet kinchid vina. Tat is the prastutam. From the earlier shloka, if you see, in the earlier definition, he said prastutam heenam uchyate ityuktam. Atra prastutam iti padam anuvartate. So you take it in the second shloka, in the 58th shloka also. This tat shabda indicates prastutam, which is mentioned in the first variety of vinokti. So tat prastutam kinchid vina ramyam sundaram chet. If it is more beautiful without something, then sa api vinoktihi iti kathyate. This is also called as vinokti. Hey Rajendra, bhavatas sabha khalaihi vina durjanehi vina Vibhati ityatra sabhayaha kala samparkam vina ramyatva varnanat dvitiya vinokti. Kala samparkam vina, without the effect of bad people, or without the sannidhi of bad people, presence of bad people, this sabha, this assembly is beautiful. अपरम उदाहरणम् आविर्भूते शशिनितमसा मुच्यमाने
I don't still get the difference between the Prathama Vinokti and Dvitiya Vinokti.
அதுதான் டிஃபரன்ஸே. விபாதின்னு சொல்லிடுறோம். இப்போ okay, what is the prastutam vastu here? Here it is bhavataha sabha. அதாவது sabha is the prastutam vastu. You are talking about something which is absent in this prastutam. What is the absence here? Kala abhavaha. Now, what is the result of this absence? Is it good or bad?
Good.
Ramyam. This is the second variety. Now go to the first one. What is the prastutam there? The prastutam is vidya. What is absent here? Vinaya sampadam vina. So vinaya sampattihi is not there. What is the result of it? Is it good or bad?
Bad.
Adha. So savadya heenatvam uktam. The result is the difference here.
Okay.
So atra heenatvam uktam, tatra ramyatvam uktam, atra kimapi vastu vina heenatvam uktam, tatra kimapi vastu vina ramyatvam uktam.
Avladhan. Okay. अस्याः अपरम उदाहरणम् आविर्भूते शशिनि तमसा मुच्यमाने वरात् சொல்லுங்க.
That in the second example, for example, the way he has described it in English, right? He says that this assembly of yours shines by the absence. அப்படினா அங்க ஹேத்துவா மாத்திட்டார் இவர.
ஆமா ஆமா.
Right? Is that implied? Why does it shine? Mainly because there are no wicked men, or அதனால that is the distinguishing factor for it. அப்படியா?
இல்ல இல்ல அப்படி எடுத்துக்க வேண்டாம்.
This is like even one drop of poison in a whole bucket of milk makes it poisonous. So even if one kala is there, then the whole sabha is.
No, kimartam vibhati nama kala nama bhavaha iti va.
அதே மாதிரிதானே முன்னாடியும் வருது. கிமர்த்தம் வித்யா சாவத்யா இல்லையா வினய சம்பதம் வினா இது.
So it's actually it is. I mean, so he's not describing it as karanam. At least this lakshana is not saying it. But when he says ramyam or heenam, it seems to be that it has to be a karanam.
காரணம் மாதிரி இருக்கு. பட் நமக்கு வந்து என்னன்னா the stress of the alankara is more to do with the vina bhavaha.
Vina bhavaha. That's where the chamatkara is. Okay. Got it. Okay. आविर्भूते शशिनि तमसा मुच्यमानेव रात्रिः नैशस्यार्चिः हुतभुज इव छिन्न भूयिष्ठ धूमा मोहेन अन्तर्वरतनुरियं लक्ष्यते मुक्तकल्पा गंगारोधः पतनकलुषा गृह्णतीव प्रसादम्. I think this is a description of Naika Prasadah. There is a Naika who is a Manini Naika. That is, she is Kopayukta Asit Purvam, and then Anunayaha Kritaha. As soon as he tries to placate her, tries to console her, she slowly lets go of her anger. That description is given here with a couple of utpreksha also. There is utpreksha also in this shloka. Avirbhute Shashini Avirbhute Sati. When the moon has appeared, Tamasa Ratrihi Muchyamana Iva. The night is being devoid or being deserted by darkness. Muchyamana Iva. The night is being released. Released from darkness, right?
Ama. It is being released from darkness. Yeah, as if it is being released
by darkness. Okay, fine.
So tamasa vina ratrehe prasadaha. So prasadam grinnati iva. This is also there. So wherein you say it becomes more clear, the night becomes more clear and the darkness is completely off when the moon rises. Naishasya archihi hutabujaha iva. Hutabujaha naishasya archihi. The nighttime flame of Hutabhuk, Agni. The Agni's flame during the night, even though it is filled with the Chinna Bhuishta Dhuma. Initially when the Agni starts off, it is filled with the smoke, and then slowly as you stoke the fire, the arches, the flame starts coming up and it cuts through the smoke. So Chinna Bhuishta Dhuma Archihi. The Archi flame which cuts through Chinnam Bhuishta Dhuma Yaya Archisha or Yena Archisha. Yena varadu. Yaya archisha eva. Dhumanu varudalya. So the archis, the flame cuts through the endless smoke that is there. Bhuishtamna eralam nartho. Abundance of smoke that is there. Tatha. Her face is also suddenly, she lets go of that anger and the face malarradungrolya prasadam grinnhati. It immediately becomes very clear. Her face becomes very clear. So iyam
nisha iti naishaha va kamakyam
naishasyam nishayam bhavam naishasyam
iti ratrehe eva varnam va punah
ratri illa appadi varadu. Nishayaha bhavam naishasya archihi.
Naishasya archihi nama kaha.
illa ipdi eduthukano. Sorry. Appa naishasyangaradu vandu pullingathila eduthundu adha vandu you take it as an adjective to Hutabhuk. So nishayam bhavam naishaha.
Sari.
Pullinga padam. So naishaha Hutabhuk. The night time Agni.
Okay.
When do you see that Agni? Only when the flame comes out. Until then, it is covered by smoke. It is also during night. At least if it is during the daytime, you will see a little bit of spark here and there, but it is completely covered by smoke. And then Naishasya Agni, in the night time when that Agni is starting its flame, that flame cuts through the smoke. Abdi solra.
So Naishasya, the word for Agni here, I mean, Hutabhuk is of course Agni. Archihi is also Agni.
No, Archi is flame, Jwala, Shikha.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we're making a distinction between Agni as a concept and the flame, which is a tongue of Agni. Okay.
Appada, you can say that when the flame comes out, the flame only cuts through the smoke, yeah.
Okay, so which one is, so the Archihi is cutting through the smoke, huh?
Yes.
Not Hutabhuk.
No. So Hutabhujaha is in Shashti Vibhakti.
So Naishasya Hutabhujaha Archihi. Okay, Naishasya Hutabhujaha Archihi Yatha
Dhumam Chindi Tatha.
Okay.
Chinatti Tata.
Dhumam Chinnati Yatha Chinnati Tatha Kimapi Bhavati Agre.
Tata Atra Tasyaha Mukhe api her face completely is without that kopam.
So this Chinna Bhuishta Dhuma is in Strilingam because
it is an adjective to Archi.
Oh, okay, got it.
Shikha ellame Agni is pullingam. Tasya Shikha Jwala usually Strilingathila irukkum. Yeah.
Okay, and then the first one was Avirbhute Shashini Tamasa, which Ratri is also Strilingam. Okay, fine.
Okay. So in other words, when he has come here and tried to pacify her, she also adu varaikum kovathila peital ya. Annala when the Nayaka comes there, she has also let go of her kopam. She doesn't want to lose that opportunity.
So that kopam is like dark smoke or like the darkness of the night. And it's covering up her. And then when that goes away, her beauty shines through.
Correct.
Okay.
மோகேன அந்தஹ வரதனுஹு இயம் லக்ஷ்யதே முக்தகல்பா அததான் சொல்றார். So this is the பிரஸ்துதம் here for us. Everything else is like a இது வஸ்து பிரதிவஸ்து வருதான்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இந்த இடத்துல. அது என்ன தெரியல, பார்க்கணும். I'll look at that. So Ganga, we will go to that last போலாம். இது வந்து third comparison. Gangarodha patana kalusha grinhativa prasadam. Ganga, rodha patana kalusha Ganga. Ganga which has become kalusham, which has become completely muddy after falling onto the banks. Rodha patanat kalusha sa Ganga prasadam grinhati. She immediately becomes clear as she comes to the middle portion. So usually it is the corners which become really muddy. As you go in the middle portion of Ganga, it will become slowly clear. So rodha patananantaram ya kalusha asit tadanantaram madhye prasadam labdha. So slowly it becomes clear from the middle. அப்படி அதே போல இங்கேயும் முக்த கல்பா, she has let go of her anger a little bit here. Mukta kalpa esha tandi yam varatanuhu antaha mohena mukta kalpa iva lakshyate. It seems as if yam varatanuhu, this lady who has a very beautiful form, varatanuhu yam mohena antaha mukta kalpa iva vartate. It seems as if her antaha hridayam has slowly let go of that anger. Mohena mukta kalpa, and the confusion has slowly receded from her mind. Abdina iti lakshyate. I think this is what I see.
Okay, so one nimsham. So rodaf patana kalushan, the whole thing is one samasta padam?
Yes. Rodhasi,
rodhas sakaranta padam mada, sakaranta pratipadikam mada. So rodhas anna enna bank?
Bank. Rodha, rodhasi, rodhamsi.
Bank, okay. So when it hits the bank with force, anga kalusha, okay. Oh, I see. So rodaf patana kalusha sa Ganga prasadam grinhati iva तथा किमपि भवति नाम
गृह्णाति इव आविर्भूते शशिनी तमसा मुच्यमाना रात्रिः प्रसादम गृह्णाति इव எல்லாத்தையும் அதோட சேர்த்துக்கணும்.
பிரசாதம், ஓகே. முச்சியமான இவ எதுக்கு அங்க போனாங்க? முச்சியமான இவ சொன்னா போதும் இல்லையா?
முச்சியமான, ஓகே ஃபைன், முச்சியமான இவங்கிறதோடையும் வச்சுக்கலாம். தட்ஸ் ஃபைன்.
ஓகே.
பட் when it is without that, तमसा विना रात्रेः प्रसादत्वं भवति खलु.
It will get, so it muchyamana and then it will get prasadam. Okay,
yes.
Both. Okay. So yeah, then okay, so chinna bhuishta duma archihi
prasadam grinhati
iva tatha eva esha varatanu iyam varatanuhu lakshyate, is seen, is observed as mukta kalpa, little bit freed. Mukta kalpa nama kim?
Kalpap is a pratyaya which
mukta iva, ama, but krodhat muktahan cholno illaya.
Ama, mohena antaha, mohat, moham eduthukalam, because it's a confusion that she has with respect to misunderstanding nala thane varadu and kopam.
Okay. So mohena mukta kalpa, just like tamasa muchyamana, inga angyu tritiya vadu, ingu mohena mukta kalpa. So varatanuhu is in prathama vibhakti. Antaha ni enna idu? Antaha
hridaye.
But
hridayam mohena vina mohena mukta kalpa drishyate esha hridaye.
So varatanuhu lakshyate, varatanuhu in prathama.
Ama
varatanuhu antaha lakshyate, antaha இந்த விபக்தியில போடணும்.
அது தனியா, அது வந்து அந்தஹங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு அவ்யயம். ஓகே.
Okay.
तस्याः अन्तः मोहेन अन्तः मोहेन विना मुक्तकल्पा, मोहेन मुक्तकल्पा इव वरतनुः लक्ष्यते. अन्तः न हृदये.
Okay, so अव्यया which means inside within her.
உள்ளுக்குள்ள மோகத்தினால அப்படியே விடுபட்டவள் போல் இருக்கிறாள்.
சப்தமி அர்த்தம் அங்க இருக்கு, அதனால
கண்டிப்பா.
அந்தஹ மோகேன முக்த கல்பா இயம் வரதனுஹு லக்ஷ்யதே. Okay, beautiful. I mean,
அத்திர
it's amazing.
என்ன
இது சொன்னாலே போன் போயிடும் போல் இருக்கு.
கரெக்ட் தான். இப்படிலாம் வர்ணிச்சா அத்திர தமசா வினா இன்னும் வரேன். சோ அத்திர தமசா வினா ராத்ரேஹே धूमेन विना हुतभुजः मोहेन विना तन्व्याः कालुष्येन विना गंगायाः च रम्यता. It is beautiful. प्रसादं गृह्णाति इति विना शब्द प्रयोगं विनैव बोधिता इति. இது எல்லாமே except for Ganga, actually இது எல்லாமே வந்து it is connected னு எடுத்துக்கலாம். The night fires are there. The night is also up here, so there is no darkness. There is a beautiful moon to appreciate. There is a light beside us, and the if there is smoke, then you won't even feel like standing near that fire and enjoying everything. There is a fire which is going to keep us warm also, and we can enjoy the moon. And Ganga தீரே ஏவ பவாமஹ. நைட் போய் என்ஜாய் பண்றா கேம்ப் ஃபயர் மாதிரின்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். அப்போ if she is also angry, then how can they both enjoy here? So she is also slowly letting go of her confusion, inner misunderstanding, and trying to enjoy the scene with him. Alda. So you can take it as a connected thing also.
It's amazing. I mean, say I'm tempted to say this word Shabda Chitram, but that's something else, right? I mean, you paint a picture through words, but ana adu illa inga. Shabda Chitram.
Shabda Chitrathukku adella Shabda Chitramலாம் எடுத்துக்க கூடாது.
What does it in English we would say he's painting a picture with words. But if I try to say it in Sanskritam, I'm tempted to use Shabda Chitram, but Shabda Chitram has got a specific meaning and something else, right?
Yeah, it's a technical word. அது இது வெறும் வாக்குஜாலம், வார்த்தை ஜாலம். நாளைக்கு நீங்க வந்து ராகவே யாதவியம் வாங்கோ, you will know what it is.
அது அது சித்தூரா
இல்ல வியோமா தனியா சும்மா எடுக்கிறேன். It's just got some 30 verses.
Okay, I see. I remember you sent the invite. Okay. அது சாயந்தரம் இதே டைமா?
இல்ல மார்னிங் 7, so it will be 10
I'm obviously இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க பாகவதம் எல்லாம் மார்னிங்ல வெச்சிட்டேன். இதெல்லாம் மார்னிங்ல வெச்சிட்டேன். I can't come, unfortunately. I would like to come, but yeah, I will listen to that. I'll try to listen to the recordings. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.